Fortnite Chapter 2 Remix has been really buggy after its drop, but I've just found out the only actual way to get rid of these annoying FPS stutters and lags in your game, but also how to help keep your game looking its best or even better than you think it can. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video, as all these tips will help improve your performance. Alrighty guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your window mode is on full screen unless you are playing on stretched res, because stretched res is super buggy and you have to play on windowed full screen. Next, make sure your VSync is off. This will make your game run so much worse. It's horrible. Have your FPS capped off at whatever the hertz your monitor is or whatever your PC can run. And then make sure your rendering mode is on. Both AMD and Nvidia graphics cards run this better than the DirectX 11X before on AMD. For graphics, this is what I found to be the best. Brightness 150, user interface contrast 1x, and then color blind mode is Tritanope. Usually I'd use Protonope. Tritanope this season is way more colorful and you can see things a lot better. So do Tritanope 7 through 10, either one of those work. User interface parallax is off. And then 3D resolution, the lower your 3D resolution is, the less quality your game will have. So I don't recommend going below 70 because that'll make your game look horrible. But if you just want that little extra boost of performance, put it down to like 90, 80. I recommend keeping mine at 100 because I like to have that smooth graphics for content creation. Next, nanite virtualized geometry, make sure that is off. And then your view distance, I have mine set to far because I like to see things from further away because I snipe a lot. But yeah, you can have this set to near, that will give you the best frames and lowest input delay and lowest ping. Next is textures, make sure that is on low and make sure your meshes is on low as well. And then I have show FPS on so I know what I'm getting, and then report performance stats, make sure that is disabled. And then you can close this out. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is get into our game user settings for Fortnite and change some settings that are actually in the game, which you can't see throughout the game. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go down to the bottom left corner of your screen, click on the Windows icon, right click on it, and you're going to click on run, and you're going to do %temp% and press OK. And then instead of doing anything with this, you're going to click on local, and then you're going to type F, and then you're going to double click on Fortnite game, and now just follow what I click on. So I click on saved, config, Windows client, and then as you can see right here is game user settings. Make sure that the properties are set to having the read only unchecked while you change the settings, and then after you're done changing the settings, you have read only on so that you can't change the settings again, and you press apply and OK. And then you're going to double click on it. Okay, and once you are in your game user settings, you are going to make sure that these three things are set to false. B stop rendering background is equal to false, B use GPU crash debugging equals false, and B motion blur equals false. Having all of these off will make your game so much smoother. It'll make your game run with so much more FPS, lower latency, and lower ping. Alrighty guys, so on this next one, B disable mouse acceleration, you'll want to make sure this is actually true, because false means that it will not disable it, and true means it will disable it. So you're just going to type in true. Alright, and the next one right below is going to be B allow download high res MIPS, and you're going to make sure this is set to false. Alrighty guys, and the last thing you're going to want to do is make sure you find frame rate limit, and you're going to want to set this to 3 FPS lower than what your hertz is. So I have a 240 hertz monitor, so I will want to set it to 237. This way it will make it a lot more snippier with Fortnite and Unreal Engine, because they will not have to work as hard to fix that in between. So hey, you're going to want to set that at 237. So if you're on 180, you want to set it at 177 and so forth. Okay, and once again, the rest of the settings don't really matter, as most of these you can change in game. So these are the settings that I use for competitive Fortnite and just regular Fortnite to get the best FPS and lowest delay. And what you do after that is you're going to press file and save, and then you're going to close it out. Also guys, just remember, if you guys want to change the settings, you have to make sure that the properties are set to having the read only unchecked while you change the settings, and then after you're done changing the settings, you have read only on so that you can't change the settings again, and you press apply and OK. Alrighty guys, so the next thing we're going to show you is the launcher options. I use Rare Launcher, but you can do this throughout Epic Launcher as well. So I'm going to open up my launcher. Alright, so once you guys are in your launcher, you're going to want to click on Fortnite, and you're going to make sure that, and then you're going to click on modify installation, and you're going to go to optional downloads. And now personally on Rare GUI, this is what I have checked and unchecked. I have disabled cosmetic streaming and Fortnite Save the World checked because I do use Save the World and I do not want cosmetic streaming. Yeah, the rest should be unchecked. And then you can press verify and install. And then also after you do change those settings and or do that, you're going to want to press verify installation after again, just to make sure that you have no corrupt files. So yeah, all you're going to want to do is press verify installation, and now it's going to verify it. Usually it will take a while, and then you just wait and it will let you know if any corrupt files have been fixed. And as you guys can see, it's only taken about 5 minutes and says Fortnite has been verified successfully. No missing or corrupt files have been found. And you just press OK, and then you can launch Fortnite. Alrighty guys, the next thing we're going to do is go into our temp files. So you're going to go to the bottom left corner of your screen, right click on it, press run, and you're going to %temp% and press OK. And you can take all these files and you can just delete these. And then when it says right here, choose the file and try again, and click do this for all current items, and then press skip. And I recommend cleaning out your temporary files at least once a week. If you don't, it can build up. Like the last video I had over 100 gigabytes of space being taken up by temporary files, and these files you just want to get rid of because they are not useful to your PC no longer. And then close this out. Another thing you guys can do is just by going into your files and going into stuff where you have videos recorded or other stuff like that. Like if I click on Fortnite, as you guys can see, I have a bunch of Fortnite clips and Fortnite screenshots. So you can literally just take these and just delete them. I'm only going to do a couple. Press delete, and then what you want to do after you do that is you'll want to come to your recycle bin, and you're going to want to press empty recycle bin and press yes. And then you can close this out. Alrighty guys, and the last thing we're going to do, and this is for Nvidia users only, is we're going to right click on our desktop and we're going to go to Nvidia control panel, and in the managed 3D settings tabs, you're going to want to scroll down until you find low latency mode, and you're going to make sure that is set to ultra, and basically that's the only setting you need to use in here. Other ones you can change. I have a previous video on the perfect settings for this, but yeah, make sure ultra on for low latency mode. And then the next thing you're going to want to do, is go to the left side and go to adjust desktop color settings. Click on this, and these are personally my settings. My monitor is super bright, and I like it super bright because then I can see things better, and I have the vibrance set up super high so everything looks more colorful and it just looks better. Obviously, if you don't want it to be as bright, you can change this to like 70%, and you can change the contrast down and the brightness up more if you want. Also gamma. I personally use these settings. These are the best settings that have worked for me. Yeah, once you're done with that, you just press apply OK, and you can close this out. Alrighty guys, and if this video helped you out whatsoever, make sure to like and subscribe and send the video to a friend. It helps me out a lot. Make sure you guys use the code NOTFLOW in the Fortnite and Rocket League item shop, as that helps support me as a creator. And thank you all for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace, guys.